This is part 3 of going over the syllabus. We had left off here with the items that are graded in the course and their percent of the grade weights. Class participation is you responding to an email or a survey from me once a week. That's 10% of your grade. The next two items on this list really go together, the objective notebook and the objective assignments. Objective assignments are homework on my math lab. That's 20% of your grade. What's called the objective notebook is your written work on those assignments. So your objective notebook is your written work on the objective assignments. You upload that work for your objective notebook to Microsoft Teams. So together, those two parts, which really do go together in that way, make up a total of 30%, 10 plus 20. Next on the list are the module pre-assessments. These are set up similar to homework. They're kind of like quizzes or more like pre-tests or self-checks. So the module pre-assessments are on my math lab. They count as part of your grade, and you should also use them to kind of test yourself. You can do them multiple times. Improving your grade takes the best one. Best grade, you can use it as a self-check, therefore, prior to taking the module assessment. So the module pre-assessments, I don't need to see your written work. That's not a part of your grade. The objective notebook, the written work part of it, is for what are called objective assignments. So for each module, you take a module pre-assessment, which, as I said, you can take a number of times, and you can ready yourself to then take the module assessment, which is like a test. It's got more stringent conditions set on it about time limit and no aids available to you, and you have to complete it in one sitting, and there's no Ask My Instructor button for the module assessments or the tests. Also, module assessments will all have a part on my math lab. Some of them will also have a part on Blackboard. Same with the final exam then. That will have part on my math lab and part on Blackboard. And the Blackboard parts of these assessments is where we will use the Respondus Lockdown browser for online proctoring. In terms of late work, for homework, they will remain open after the due date at a 10% penalty in grade for 1 week, and then it's done. For module assessments, it's a bit more stringent than that. If you do miss a deadline for a module assessment, make sure you get in touch with me within 48 hours and let me know why. Let me know what happened. Participation expectations, I mentioned a few times. For the grade part of that, it's going to be to answer that email from me or participate in that survey. This is this grading scale for translating the weighted percent average into a letter grade. Then comes the course schedule, which breaks everything down into weeks and what modules we're going to be talking about during that week. In Blackboard, now this is a very important point, there will be a weekly folder each week opening up, and that will tell you specifically what you need to do in terms of participating in instructional activities, and also what objective assignments and other things are due that week. So the weekly folders will be your checklist of what to do that week. It's a very important part of it, is keeping up with the weekly folders. And they will follow the schedule, subject to some change. We won't veer off this too much, but there may be some veering as we go. In this video and some others, I've been talking about modules and objectives. And the course is organized in that way, into modules. Within each module, there are a number of objectives. And that's all here, listed for MAGN 101. This is everything in the course, listed, broken down into modules and objectives. Starts with a review module, which has 6 objectives in it. Objective is a small type, one particular type of problem or concept or idea. So they're pretty bite-sized chunks, the objectives. This is part of the idea, to break everything down as finely as possible. And then in MAGN 101, we go on through. I'm not going to spend a great deal of time looking throughout the entire course, but it's there. You can check it out on the syllabus. I'm going to switch over, as I continue to go through these, to the Math 102, to this portion of the syllabus to show the modules and objectives for Math 102. So that's it for Math. MAGN 101 ends with objective 1011. This is the list of modules and objectives for the Math 102 course. The syllabi for the two courses are essentially the same. It's just what's graded and how the course is structured, and the policies are the same. But obviously this is a difference because this is the topics in the course. So this is for Math 102, which has fewer modules overall, but tends to have more objectives in each module. And it works out to be a pretty similar number of objectives overall for the two courses. The rest of the material in the syllabus you should be aware of and take a look through it, and make sure you email me if you have any questions. The address is in the description below. There are two particular things I want to draw your attention to. One is the accommodations right here. So this can encompass a variety of different things, sorts of accommodations. One of the most common is extended time on tests. And if that applies, you should go to the link that's here, which says Office of Accessibility Services. And there's a form that you need to complete, which will come to me before you can use the accommodation of extended time. The things that are timed in this test, in this course, are the module assessments, not the homework or the pre-assessments. The first module assessment will occur in MAGN 101 during week 2, and in in Math 102, the first module assessment will also occur during week 2. So sometime during the first week, try to, if it's applicable, visit this link and you communicate with them about the form that needs to come to me. The other thing I want to mention is the next thing in this information is the Tutoring Center. And so in addition to seeking help from me by different means, two very good ways to seek help from me are, one, when you're doing my math lab work, there will be an Ask My Instructor button for every question. And that's a good way to go because my math lab sends me an email. It tells me exactly what problem you're working on. And also make an appointment during office hours or otherwise to seek out my help on Blackboard, Collaborate. So in addition to those ways of seeking me out, you have tutoring options, and you should visit this link down here towards the bottom of the screen now where it says the Tutoring Center's webpage, and that link is in the syllabus. The rest of this material in the syllabus is there, and you should be aware of it. You should take a look through it and ask me if you have any questions on anything that you see in the syllabus or anything that I've said in these syllabus videos. That's all for now. Don't forget to email me with any questions at the address in the description below.